All right, I think we're live.
Do I get the notification?
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
That means you look old and fat. Ha ha.
All right.
Oh, it's black.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, everybody. All right, so give me a minute or two. Well, not a minute, but let's say 30 seconds or so because. Oh, no. Now sound. Potatoes. If you have sound, say avocado.
Avocado.
Oh, we have sound.
They were saying potatoes too, so.
But yeah, but they just say potato without me saying you have to say potato. And that doesn't help me because
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost need a new word every
Say
time.
aardvark.
I think we're good.
We're good? So I'm going to say my hellos. Hello, John C., Christine Salvati, Edson Glutz, Scuba Steve, Jordan Easel, Dan Moore, Make Scare Haunt Brett.
That's a new one.
I'm.
Make Scare Haunt.
That is a very interesting name, and I like it. Chad Smith, good job hitting the gym, buddy. Fundian, and Michael J. Lassiter, and that's it. All right. So, and thank you for avocado. Appreciate that. Tonight, we're going to do something a little bit weird. We're going to actually paint. We did a haunt walkthrough, and one of my notes was the paintings in our vampire area were not very vampire-y. So this is Robert. Hey. All right. So this is.
It's
By
not
the way,
moving.
Ozbot's back.
Well, kind
So
of.
there we go.
Did you put your hand up?
Oh,
Now it has you.
is that the command?
That's fine. Yes, you put your hand up like that, and now you could have just made it stop. It'll register it. All right, so it's you. This is
Okay.
Robert. You might have seen
Hey,
him in
everyone.
other videos. He paints better than I do, but we're
not
going to do
true.
some vampire-y style painting, and I'm using Vargo's book, Joseph Vargo, Born of the Night. Am I in frame?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Born of the Night. Rue is going to be sculpting off to the side, so possibly you will see Rue sculpt at some point. He's working on a zombie. He's zombie polishing.
Zombie polishing.
And hello, everyone. All right, so I like this. So I'm going to do
Not a euphemism.
like a graveyard.
Cool.
I'm not copying exactly, like it's reference.
Right,
So
right.
You can find something like I have. I've locked it in.
Do you need a bookmark?
No. Like it's in here. I did it.
You want me to match?
Okay.
No.
Mixed Cure Haunt is brie like a tree with a cheese.
Ooh, can I do that one?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chase Perry says good evening.
I'm gonna.
So this one's got a short boy. This one's got the long boy that's over there on Rue.
Okay. Let's put the tripod over here.
Okay.
And then
It's following me.
Let's check in with Rue. Check in with Rue. Rue. That's-
Hey, forehead.
Both these. What are we talking? How's that view? Tripod can. Different tripod can. Tripod can?
Does it
This is
follow
the
me?
This is the tripod can. Maybe we don't have a tripod
And
can.
it's Ozbot.
And it's Ozbot. Ozbot is Ozbot.
Okay. Well.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't, it was working before. Sigh.
All right. Hang on, kids. So we have one camera, really.
Yeah, we've got the top boy here. Maybe we can move him if we need, but. Chase Perry says, painting happy little vampires. John C says, hello, Robert.
This is.
Hello.
All right. Now.
Cowboy.
Oh, no.
Oh, it picked you up immediately.
Hey, Keith
All right.
says he's got that book.
What's the command to
So
stop?
here's where I'm worked. That's it.
Jordan Easel says, we getting some Bob Ross action, faux pas?
We could. Quit helping.
Jordan Easel says, immediately follows him. Jordan Easel says, see a diving suit.
We're not the same person. Like it locks on me, and then I leave, and it picks up Robert.
Edson Boots says hello, Robert Rue and Stacy, and of course, Mr. Allen. Bum, bum,
Hi. Currently, I'm staring befuddledly at you while I try to program this camera robot.
It only loves Robert.
What's wrong?
Okay, it's the Robert Show. I'm gonna start working over here.
No.
Hold on, I think I just stopped it.
Nope.
How
So
about
Teddy, the tech guy, Teddy sets stuff up and then leaves.
There you go.
So
We're working on it.
this is, if you've had a haunt for a couple years, then you're going to have paint that's like this. I love this color, but my paint is thick. So time to toss it. And because it's all dried up, I can toss it legally.
You're allowed. We have the technology.
Right. Rue set us up with these awesome white count. Oh, no one can see me. So, why don't you clip the top of the monitor one
Okay.
and point it over here, or take it on, put it on the tripod. Just, it's not that long either,
It's also not that long.
but it could.
Could just.
Do we know this one's going to follow Robert?
Okay.
And then if you put this one on here, then maybe you can point kind of towards.
This is creepy.
Do you want to
Hold that, would you? It's tilty.
So somebody mentioned the scuba guy, the diving suit.
Enough.
That might be a sneak peek to the next YouTube Wednesday.
It might be.
It might
Here.
be.
Yes, please.
Robert just needs to follow Alan around.
Well, Robert has a job to do, see?
Yeah. Jordan Neal says Ocelot likes it. John C. said, I have more old paint than new paint, so I have to start collecting all over again.
Okay, now you should be able to, can you see me on that camera?
Sure can.
All right, and you might have a Dutch tilt, that's okay. High-end
You can
film
actually see
turn.
both of you on there.
Great.
You see this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I need that black back.
There you go.
All right.
Thank you for your patience, guys. We're getting it figured out.
Kinda.
Sort of. Jordan Neal says, can we please get a better look at the diving suit? No.
Yeah, the camera's the way that they are. It's not you, it's us. It's the only time that's true, by the way.
You're gonna have to wait till YouTube Wednesday.
So I will mist up my canvas so that I have some blending capability and it's not so harsh. Really keep it wet while I'm working the background, and then I'll dry it up.
John C. says, knock on his helmet. Is there someone in there? He might be.
Is Rue still here?
Yes.
Oh,
he's still here.
he left.
Okay, don't let him see what I'm doing in his counter.
I will not.
I expected it to already be done, so.
I haven't been back here. I've been in an insurance nightmare.
Jordan
I
Neal
expected
says,
them all to ruin it during Monster Camp, and it's for the cleanest monster.
They were the cleanest monster camp students that we just had ever.
They're so clean.
Oh.
So fresh and so clean.
I'm going for like a twilight canvas here. So I'm doing my background first.
I'm gonna have to steal paints from you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's most of them. Yeah, I was in the vampire area, and I was like, well, these aren't very vampire-y paintings.
Makes Care Haunt Bree says, how's haunt ownership treating you, Alan?
It's okay. It's good. There's, I'm doing all of the unfun stuff as well as some of the fun stuff. But most of my work is making sure that I can keep haunters on staff, Everything is for the support that payroll.
Heck yeah.
And we appreciate it.
We do.
We really do.
Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm okay with that. I've got a nice. I'm gonna go a little dark in the corners, on the edges. I'll pull that in.
Jordan Easel says, I'm currently working on a tiny sheet ghost figure. I'm using a small skeleton and a scrap of white fabric to make it.
Cool.
Oh, can I borrow your water?
Yeah. I'm a very wet painter until I'm dry.
Wetting your canvas for acrylic makes it more like working with oil.
Yeah.
You can work wet on wet. Thomas K. asked, painting happy little trees.
I'm doing a graveyard scene with a Nosferatu vampire passing through.
Jordan Easel says, it's for a picture in a novel I'm writing.
Well, that's cool. All right. So I have a nice gradient. Yes.
May I share the updated Bible from your computer to me?
It's a Google sheet. It's the same Google sheet that I shared with you before.
I don't have it. It's not in the shared thing.
Reshare it. Yes, you may. Okay.
Robert, I want to give you sandbags real bad.
I have a bunch in my office. Those came from Jake.
Yes.
Jake one day was like, do you have use for something like this? Before he ordered them. I was like, yeah, sure. And then he just dropped them off.
Nice.
He just wanted somewhere to store them.
I suspect that too. Thomas K. says, happy little tombstones.
Yes, they will be happy little tombstones.
Just remember, no mistakes, only happy accidents. John C. says, if I was there, I could be a model, but I insist on being fully dressed. Listen, in this shop right now, you really want to be
That's
fully
refreshing.
dressed.
It's chilly in here.
It's brisk. It's brisk in here.
Having only been in here a little while, it's not so bad.
$35 people joining us right now.
Hi, everybody. Today I'm kind of just painting. This is like actual art. Now, I'm not good at this, and I'm completely making up what I'm doing as I go. So please have low expectations.
Lowered expectations.
Right. That's where the Monster Mingle skit came from,
Yes.
by the way.
Yes.
In case
Jordan Diesel says, my little ghost will hopefully have a forlorn expression on its face.
if you want them really sad, make it a 5-horn expression.
It's additionally lorn.
Yeah, it's more lorn than forlorn.
7 years ago.
I wanted a nice hard, can they see?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted a nice hard landscape line, horizon line. I wanted a nice hard horizon line, but my canvas was still wet, so I got a fuzzy line.
You can fix it.
That means there's grass, that's fine. Happy accidents.
Cobweb says, where the hell is Farmer at to fix the bot?
If it's light tech or sound tech, it's Jake. If it is computer tech, it's Teddy.
Jordan Easel says, I'm making a sad ghost.
That is what forlorn means. Wait, this forlorn means sad. Is there a special connotation or flavor of sad?
Like sad and frustrated, maybe?
I've only seen forlorn as a expression.
Yeah.
Like, you don't meet a forlorn puppy. Maybe you do.
Pitifully sad and abandoned or lonely.
So you would meet a forlorn puppy.
Unlikely to succeed or be fulfilled. Hopeless.
I've met those guys.
Sitting right here.
You're not so forlorn.
Fun.
So these are going in the vampire area in the show.
Yeah,
Nice.
because we had paintings there, but it's like, those aren't.
Show related.
I think
Well,
that
here's a farmhouse.
Lalandra the vampire witch would decorate her crib. She's not gonna like clean it, but
No.
apparently.
Ooh, can I borrow your heat gun?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Vampires are much less concerned with cleanliness.
Is that the one that's just about to break in the right way, Rue?
What?
We have, every now and then, a Harbor Freight heat gun will break in just the right way to shoot balls of fire out.
I don't know if that one was it or not. Does that have that rattle to it? Nah.
June
I'd be
Ritchie,
able to hear it from here.
June Ritchie says, hello everyone. I love how the shaded backgrounds are reversed, light to dark and dark to light.
Oh, did you do the opposite?
Yeah, I did.
We didn't know, because I can't see his.
I have rolling fog in mine.
I'm gonna add rolling fog later.
Sean Tucker says, cheers from Orlando. Ron Shep says, hey y'all, how you doing?
Good, thanks for asking.
Hello.
And hello, Orlando. I did hear you.
Hello Orlando.
Say your good night.
Oh, that worked so well.
What's that?
The heat gun.
Yeah. I like that the natural inconsistencies in the wood in yours, Robert, already make it look like you have cloud stuff
Right?
up in the top. Like,
I'm done.
It's a dreary landscape. That's what it is.
kiwi.
Okay.
If you hear a ruckus in the background, that's our sliders practicing.
Yes.
The little hamburgers.
The tiniest of hamburgers, but so loud.
Tiny, loud, and
Tiny, loud hamburgers. Yes.
So we each have to do 2 in the time we have allotted. That is the plan.
It is nearly 7:30.
Well, we started late.
That's true, we did. By
So what
almost,
time are we doing?
By almost 10 minutes. Jordan Easel
What's
says.
that?
What time are we done?
9.
9.
Yeah.
Jordan Easel says, did y'all see this on Cobweb's channel? It was cool. A tiny orange skull with a pumpkin stem on its head.
I did not see that. I tend to check Facebook, let me say, irregularly, and I don't get to scroll. Normally I see things that I'm tagged in, and that's about it. So if there's something cool that you think I should see, feel free to tag me.
Thanks for the love, you guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button.
The bouton.
The button.
That looks like a moon.
Yeah, sure enough. Let's see, Sean Tucker says, I've been very creative lately. Thanks for the inspiration to go make stuff.
Hey, that's awesome. I love hearing that. I'm doing Ye Old Spooky Tree.
Cobwebs clarified the tiny orange skull was a carrot with Yankee teeth.
Okay. It does sound like the slider practice is having fun.
That's good.
I might have to go stop that.
No fun.
Not within these walls.
Not allowed.
Do your funnin' on your own time. everybody.
I mean, technically, they're not getting paid for slider practice, so it really is kind of their own time.
Hey, it is their
Yeah, it is their time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Their time is just my insurance. That's all.
We could put them in the parking
Okay, now I have to do a.
Should put Swiffer pads on their knees.
lot. Yeah.
So they're kind of cleaning up as they go.
You can sweep and slide. Edson Glutz says, Mama says, I really hope Alan puts an owl in that tree.
I will, just for you, Mama Glutz.
Mama Glutz is my dancing name in college.
I knew that was going to go there.
Jordan Easel says, I think Knott's popularized sliding.
Oh yeah, you are correct.
I had to brighten that up a lot
Yeah.
because I just remembered this is going in a dark room,
Yes, quite right.
in a really dark room.
So I'm putting a highlight on one edge of the tree because Robert's moon is over there, so the highlight goes on this side.
John C. says, Alan Van Gogh makes stuff.
I want to keep my ear.
You don't need both ears, really. Jordan Easel asks, have you been to Knott's Scary Farm?
Yes, I have. Yeah, really, a lot of good shows there.
I really like that place.
Yeah, that was like your old stomping grounds.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
The Hood.
Yeah. That was one of the go-tos for sure every hunt season.
I have to get 10 feet away.
Cobweb.
Man, that's just like I'm doing it.
Yeah. Cobweb says, my Indian name in college was Naked with Socks on.
All right.
I guess that is technically naked. So we're trying out new captioning stuff, captioning through OBS. And previously it was doing really good, and now it is struggling.
Turnip, apple, cabbage sauce.
Yeah, see?
How'd it do?
I did not even get it at all.
Okay, well,
I
Is
don't
it
know
this
if
microphone?
It might be the microphone. Trying to balance getting y'all and me. John C. says, not Scary Farm, it's kid safe.
no, it is a, Knotts is the family's name, Knotts. So it is Knotts, the people, Scary Farm. Not, it's a not scary farm. It's because you're used to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. That's not this.
Mike Churs says, hello guys.
Hello, hello. I am amazed at the width of that camera lens.
Yeah.
Getting me too.
Yeah. Cobweb says it was way better than Ford Escort guy.
That's true. I had a Ford Escort for a while.
I also had a Ford Escort. Briefly.
We don't even judge you on it a little bit.
Well, you should.
So judgy. Julie Tinsley says, I couldn't do a tree that good even after years of Bob Ross. You sew everything.
So I learn by lecture. Like that's how my brain learns stuff. So if I watch a TV show on it, I'm probably going to remember it. And if it's a skill, I'm going to remember some of it. I won't have the motor knowledge. Now it's following Robert. I won't have the motor knowledge, but I will have, you know, a basic understanding.
Jordan Easel says, but don't take my word for it. John C. says, yes, they're famous for growing and selling berries.
That's right. They started as a
As Knott's Berry Farm.
berry stand on the side, fruit stand on the side of the highway.
And they're like full like amusement park level.
Yeah, they are. They have roller coasters and all that jazz.
Jordan Easel says, so I'm guessing Knott's is only for adults during October?
Well, it's haunted house age. So whoever the haunts are, you know. Boy, part of me wants to go in and alter this horizon, but it's done. If I went in now,
You done did it.
I'd have to change the trees, have to change everything. Next one, remind me to do at sundown.
Are we staying away from crosses?
I'm going to have some cross tombstones.
Okay.
So no,
Because this is also a cemetery.
that's fine.
We are in the same location.
Okay.
Just wanted to double check.
John C. says, my mom says I was there when I was in California, but I don't remember.
Were you a wee baby?
Just a wee babby.
A saying that I remember, I probably shouldn't, is that before a friend of mine was born, we were talking and his dad was listening and we said somewhere we hadn't been and he said, oh, you were there, I just carried you around in a little bag. And the bag that he was referring to was of course his testes.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks for
So
clarifying that,
that's-
because I'm sure no
So
one
you were
else-
there, I was just carrying you around in a little bag. And at the time, neither one of us knew any better to not ask, what?
You know, that's where you keep your.
And that was when D's nuts was in its height of hilarity.
No.
So
Cobweb says you should have matching tombstones.
that was line 3. Or I should show like the back of the tombstones that he shows from the front. I think that kind of stuff is fun.
Edson Glute says, get in my belly.
Okay. I think I'm ready to start mixing up a gray and
Oh, cobwebs.
cutting in some stones. Got to do some back stones.
Sean Regal says, I do enjoy getting into a live and start to write off with questionable content.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
Hashtag demonetized.
Yeah, sorry.
Cobweb says better than a hefty sack.
That has implications. You know, it might be that I did watch Bob Ross as a kid because my mom watched him,
Yeah.
and that might be why I just on the table.
Yeah.
Because if it's a close-up of his palate, it looks like he just put it on the table.
Yeah. Yeah, my grandmother painted through the whole Joy of Painting series.
Yeah.
We have a ton of them. Yeah, no one was expecting vampire painting to get spicy, but here we are.
Yeah, like not last week because we had internet trouble, but last time we did a live, I felt it was a little directionless. So I'll be planning the lives from here on out.
That's good.
I want to know what I'm doing. and avoid them just watching you look for stuff for an hour and a half and doing 30 minutes of work. Okay, so I have lightened up my tombstone color a little bit. No, darkened. I darkened my tombstone color a little bit because my stuff is getting darker as it gets closer.
You had fun again.
Yeah. Make scare haunt Bree says kid friendly depends on the kid. I took my daughter to Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse in Ohio at 8 years old. When we got done, she asked what haunt we were going to next. She worked there this past fall.
That's awesome. I love hearing that.
Jordan Easel says, I remember an old stream of yours. Rue was wearing a Demogorgon suit, and I remarked that it looked like a nude muscle suit.
Yes.
As the muscle suits tend to do.
If we were also very gray.
John C. says you have to slap dry your brush real fast 5 times. Just
Beat the devil out
of it. Cobweb says, I used to watch Bob Villa on Sundays. I think that's why I have a beard.
Yeah, he was known for getting the ladies.
Edson Glute says, why, it's just like we're there, walking in circles, saying, where the heck did I just put that? Grr.
Yeah. I gotta put a vampire in there.
What time is it?
It is 7:39.
So I gotta simplify what I'm doing. I was gonna do a gargoyle
No, you owe us a gargoyle.
and
How done are you? Like, let me look. I haven't seen yours at
oh
all.
no, I'm not far in at all. Like this is the backdrop, and I need to do like the main.
I'm a little further along than you, but not
We also
much.
started before him.
I think I'm gonna do like a statue of death, like a.
But his is smaller.
Mine is smaller.
Usually that's the game stuff.
Just kidding, we only have one. Drop Dead Studio says, hey Alan, hope all is well. I've been wanting to start making vinyl masks, like the old Dawn Post and Scream masks, but I'm having trouble finding info. What exactly do you use to cast it, and where do you get it?
Okay, you're going to want hot melt vinyl. You have to get it from an industrial supply, and you have to make those in steel molds. So that's why you're having a hard time. You have to do your clay sculpture, up in, make a silicone mold, then you make a fiberglass positive of that. The fiberglass positive, you take down, no. Fiberglass positive, you make you have to do a foam piece, because what you do is you put that in the liquid, and then you use cathodes and anodes, and you have a block of steel in there with it, and the molecules of steel come off through the tank. I'm sure that Cobwebs knows more about this. It's like you're chroming something. And then the molecules of metal leave that and then stick to your piece. And then you have to use acetone to wipe out all of the styrofoam. And then you have a steel mold that you can do hot melt vinyl into. It's not something you want to do in your house.
Cobweb says, just dawned on me, all craftsmen have beards. Name a beardless guy who makes cool stuff. Jordan Eagle says, me. I'm not a guy, but I also don't have a beard, and I make cool
Yet.
stuff. Yeah. Oh,
Hold-
I mean,
hold
it's
out
coming
hope.
in, it's coming in
Hold
one at a
out
time.
hope.
Like one at a time.
If you apply yourself and work really hard.
I'm keeping it at bay, one pluck at a time. And we didn't say a mustache, that's different. Jordan Easel says, I don't have a beard and I make cool stuff sometimes.
There you go. Look at you, breaking stereotypes.
Trendsetter.
Send the treader. Okay. I'm done. I've made a Pac-Man ghost. That's what I'm thinking.
John C. says, sounds expensive.
You are correct. Again, another reason not to really do it at home.
John, see, it's too late. It's too late to retract. I saw it already.
What's on camera right now?
You guys?
Okay, so we are on the little camera.
Yes.
Ozbot.
Ozbot has
Ozbot's like, well,
left the building. We're down to one camera.
Ozbot has left the chat.
Yes. We started out with 3. We're down to 1. This is our holdout. She's doing good.
It's hard to beat those little guys as far as reliable cameras.
Well, I mean, one of them is the one who's been the dust tonight, so.
But that just wasn't hooked up right.
Excuse me? I mean, it was functioning earlier.
By hooked up right, I mean hooked up thoroughly. Have this vampire any color you want, as long as it's black.
Reese's Lovely Things says howdy.
Hi, Reese's Lovely
Reese's
Things.
Lovely Thoughts. Sorry for that.
Hi, Reese's Lovely Thoughts.
I bet your things are lovely too. But
You know, if the screen name were Reese's Lovely Thoughts, it would be completely different.
entirely different.
What can I walk into?
It's a spicy live already.
Well, the activity plan for this live is watching paint dry.
Yeah.
Therefore, we have to add some verbal interest.
Also should have been sculpting, but we're down 2 cameras. So.
Rue has to pick his sculpture up, run it over here,
Yeah.
show us, and then run it
I
back.
need you on a rolly tip. Would you sculpt on the cart? Just roll you over here. See?
We sculpted on rolly carts before.
It is known.
Getting your steps in.
Like, gee, that's only been done 1,000 times.
So why is that one not working?
Unclear.
Order of operations.
It doesn't like us.
It
Because
doesn't
Teddy's
work.
not here.
Because Teddy's on here. No touching.
All cameras go down.
Jordan Nielsen says, who amongst us likes garlic butter popcorn?
I'm not doing carbs right now, so I can't.
Normally, I would say yes. Garlic and I are still not friends.
I don't remember.
Jordan Nielsen says, the Nocturnals
there,
hate it.
I'll be that guy.
There you go.
I'll be that.
And vampire.
I love garlic.
Jordan Nielsen says, as an added bonus, it's tasty. 7:45.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sliders have 15 more minutes and then they should be done.
Bye, Felicia. Oh,
There you go.
sometimes
plan.
I find the
Everything's
wrong
turned
color.
off except the desk lights and the big lights. The heaters are all turned off.
I can just
It's new tomorrow.
prom. I'll check when I. Oh, shoot. I'm supposed to clock out before this. We'll get it fixed.
Yeah.
Are you at time?
No, it's been requested that I clock out and then clock back in
Yeah.
before the lives, and I forgot. She just said something about it earlier today, and I smooth.
We'll do it before she knows.
You said I will, then you lied.
I will. Well, to be fair, she wasn't addressing it to me. She was talking to Shannon, and I was in the room. I'll make it. In and out of saying. Silly Zombie 666 says hello.
Howdy.
John Hayes says hello from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Have you ever heard of people painting over original paintings, in turn making their own art? I was surprised seeing this type done.
Yes, I have heard of it. I see folks who, because of who I am, I get shown like they'll buy a painting from Goodwill and they'll paint Godzilla walking through a landscape. Like we see a lot of that.
Me too.
Those kind of things.
I love it.
I think it's owl and tree time.
Yeah. Brian Lippert says hello.
Hello, Brian Lippert.
Just so that people know, these are the only brushes we have.
You got some little guys too. Do you
Little
want,
chip
you want
brushes.
some little guys?
Oh no, that's fun. That's part of the fun. The challenge
You
of.
got some detail brushes over there too.
There's a fun story about Robert and one of
And
his chip
chip
brushes and doing a painting.
Do you tell it?
Go ahead, no, you tell.
This one time they asked me to do a mural, and Mike Square worked here at the time, and he gave me this size, and he's like, start painting with this. So I did a whole mural with this size, and
And we kept lying to him and saying we get more brushes.
They-
Never did.
they finally, when I was done, they brought the 3-inch brush, and I was done. Mural's still here.
You simplified that story too much.
Dead End Yard Hunt says, should y'all have Bob Ross afro?
What is?
Listen. Jordan says, someone once took a painting of Jesus and turned it into a monkey's face. There you go.
How terrible.
Creative Doof says, painting class, painting class. I want the Godzilla painting that Alan mentioned. Yeah, no, I really enjoy those like thrift store
Mhm.
paintings, repainted. I especially like the like very modern art ones where they dip the whole painting like halfway into a solid paint color, like frame and all. And partly I like it because it makes people so mad. Oh, they're so mad.
Makes them mad.
Dipping thrift store paintings. Like it's a very like, modern art where you get like a Thomas Kincaid thrift store painting, you dip the whole thing, frame it all, into a solid paint color. And ooh, it makes people mad.
But
And then you hang it on the wall, like it's a modern art thing.
it made me mad, but I think it's kind of. Whoever painted that for Thomas Kincaid put in a little more effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet, it still is enjoyable art.
To you.
Yeah. That's kind of the point. Creative Duke says, and I have those kind of brushes too. John C. says, I've seen people who print really light from the computer, glue a canvas with very wet glue, and then paint over it. Yeah.
I have made a classical mistake. I have done.
Start the land war in Asia.
I'm too small. I needed to be a little bit larger scale. And when did I know that I did that mistake? When I saw Roberts for the very first time.
That's all right.
So I'm gonna fudge in a chapel back here,
Yeah.
but I have to fudge it in because now I have stuff established.
You got mist. You can mist.
Yeah, I'll have to
in.
mist it up
Yeah.
from the bottom.
Creative Duke says, hopefully nobody got flooded by the storms that roared through here.
We probably cannot go home on our normal road tonight.
Silly Zombie 666 says, there's a store near me and they have tons of painting and old family photos and I've been dying to mess with them.
Yeah, do it.
Reese's Lovely Thought says, spooky little accidents. Donald Lemoyne says, thank you for everything you guys do. Not usually up this late.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Creative Duke says, have a like. Thanks. John Hayes asks, are you going to poke holes for the eyes and or make the eyes look like they move?
I haven't set up to be big enough for that. So, no.
And Alan hates Scooby.
What? What do I hate? Oh, I do hate Scooby-Doo. But that's not from Scooby-Doo to me. That's from Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Oh, fair.
Most people, that's Scooby.
Whew. All right, we're trying.
Chapel, go. Chapel, go. Just a little palette knife. You're just going to cut it in. Give it a little scrape of
I
glue.
love that.
These are the speed painting runs. John Hayes asks, are any of these going to be a part of drop panels?
No, these are just go on the wall paintings. And that's why I picked this tonight, because I wanted them to be fast. So,
Creative Doof says animatronic eyes might work better. People can get goofy around eyes and raise a middle finger towards the painting. Raise a finger towards the painting, I assume. Creative Doof says, I had a similar incident while working at Nightmare on Grayson.
sweet, sweet eye pokes.
My painting looks so much better on the screen than up close,
Yeah. Scenic art, baby.
which is what I'm going for.
Yeah.
I think I need to dry it. Can I borrow that heat gun?
Yes.
Little guy.
Just going to use his old hand as a map for the new hand. Nope.
Living on the Bluff says, don't forget to put the bats in an owl.
I'm getting there. I got to do the big stuff before I work on the little stuff.
I want to get you a clamp for the top of your thing, where it's coming out of the frame there.
Man, I love
Me?
slicing stuff off of wire.
It's fast, isn't it?
So fast.
I'm
That doesn't go
editing.
here anymore. Zoop.
Later here.
And you know what sucks is there's no tool for that in Blender. Like I can't make that work in Blender.
Well,
I'm like, it's for clay. I could be done already.
you kind of can, but boy, there are a lot more steps.
Yeah.
John Hayes says it'd be creepy having a room with human heads mounted on walls instead of animals. I must have got that from Twilight Zone or something.
Well, I mean, I think you got to go up higher than that because people are so desensitized now. And this is why you don't work with them in the frame.
Yeah. Choices were made.
Well, Chris made this choice. We didn't.
I didn't say who. Just that choices were made.
All right, you need to dry up a little.
You have a thing for that.
Don't you worry.
So these are inspired by an art book?
Joseph Vargo.
Joseph Fargo.
The book.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the book.
Born from that.
Oh.
Joseph Fargo.
My reference is right here.
So spooky.
I was gonna do a gargoyle.
Still with a beaver.
I'm going with a reaper.
Yeah, right. Creative Doof says, this question might have been asked before, but are there any plans for Valentine's Day props? Cupid remains a creepy dude because he stalks people with a bow and arrow.
So I actually made up a whole monster for Valentine's Day that I haven't used yet. It's called a heart beast. And basically it's like a big wolf with 2 snouts, but only 1 underjaw. So when it bites you, it makes this big heart-shaped wound. So I had a werewolf story I was going to work around that. You know how life goes.
Yeah. John Hayes asked, did you make the frames or are they part of other paintings?
They came from other paintings.
Creative Doof says, if that idea tanks, you guys can add on to your leprechaun. Also, what's that book?
Can you grab it and take it to the camera, Stacy?
Yes. Yes, I can. Carry on. I will save your reference. This is Born of the Night by Joseph Vargo. Spooky Arts. Caroline Boland says, hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Caroline.
Ba, ba, ba.
She probably hates that.
Listen, as a fellow person with their name in a song,
But does your mom have it going on?
she does not.
I assure you.
I assure you, she does not. I feel your pain, Caroline. And that song came out when I was in high school, which is like just about peak.
Yeah, that's the worst.
That was on the charts.
Yeah, for a minute. Creative Doof says, sweet, thank you. You're welcome.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So say we all.
Here we are, making a thing.
No mistakes, happy accidents, spooky accidents. And it is 8 o'clock.
All right, so we're gonna have 45 minutes left for the next painting.
Oh man, I don't even know how you would say it. 603 VIL, is it 60 evil? We Bob Rossing it tonight?
We are. We're doing paintings for our vampire area because we needed paintings for our vampire area.
Caroline Bowen says, I do hate that.
I knew you would.
Sorry,
I
Caroline.
didn't start it. I barely helped.
Lady!
That's all rude. We blame you entirely.
That guy's off camera, no one can see.
Yeah. Safe in your anonymity over there.
I know, near the day.
It works out so nicely. It actually works. Is Sanitarium deep cut Metallica?
No,
No?
everybody knows Sanitarium.
Didn't get into Metallica until the Black Album.
Ooh, you were a late bloomer.
Yeah. Well, because when did the Black Album come out?
I don't know. We were pretty much over them by then because they had gone too mainstream.
Yeah, cut their hair.
Black Album was like 97.
Although, I think Enter Sandman is their best song.
Pretty good.
That's the one that made him go mainstream, for sure.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. It's supposed to be 603 volt. Got it. Like a weevil. Got
Somewhere they're like, no, still no.
it. Still no. Like an evil weevil. Got
Change
it.
it, screen name.
Creative Doof says, be sure to add a little friend to each painting. Bob Ross liked adding a little friend in most of his paintings.
Well, I have already promised an owl. And I'm saving the owl for last. That's how you keep your viewers watching the whole time. Mrs. Glutz is like, where's my dang owl? And I'm like, the owl's coming. I say the owl is coming
that's
like
nice.
every 7 minutes.
Yeah,
That works.
That looks good.
Okay.
What do you do?
It's so simple, but you look at it on the screen, and it's closer to what it'll look like in the hot.
You didn't gargoyle it.
I did.
Rebird it.
I rebird it.
1991 is when Black Album
Was it 91?
Yeah.
Quite a few years off.
No one say how old they were.
I was not out of high school.
Neither was I. I wasn't even in high school.
Well,
I was out of the little bag.
hooray.
Listen, I didn't get that joke, but the captioning picked it up, and then it took a second to process.
That was your delayed snicker.
Yeah.
Boy, a foreshortened cross is actually difficult.
Yeah.
So we used to have on like kids channels a guy, Mark something, and he dressed in like a space suit, and he was teaching people how to draw, and he was always touting the praises of the foreshortened square,
Yeah.
and that was, and I remember him. I think he might have been like Captain Mark or something like that, but
603vil asks, are you guys using reference photos?
photos, no. I looked at a picture in a book for
Approximately
20 seconds, and then I jumped right on this. Should I have used better Yes.
Well,
Yes.
the next one, you can look for a little
No,
bit.
because the next one has to be done in like 30 minutes.
I got my
I'm
reference
making
right
up for
here.
that.
Yeah, Rue is using all of my reference.
John C. says, where are all the original Bob Ross paintings?
His family owns them and doesn't want to sell them. I read an article on that actually.
That's good, right?
Because they know that when they do, they're rich. But like you can't go buy a Bob Ross.
Are they on display anywhere?
I don't think so. His manager has a couple, and those are on display.
I think his son mostly has them. His son actually had a painting show for a while too.
Really? That's cool.
I too much think about it.
603vil says, from where I'm sitting, they look awesome. Nice work.
Well, stay over there. Or get used to disappointment. All right. Lean back up a little bit.
Ron Shep says, Mark Kistler was the artist's name.
Yes, it was Mark Kistler. You're right.
Makes Gerhant Grease, as I was watching, and they said he did like 3 of every picture.
Yeah, because he had to paint one to show at the beginning, and then they had to film it through twice. Yeah.
Dead End Yard Haunt says, I was late. Did you start with a blank canvas tonight?
We started with a piece of plywood is what we started with. Yes, we did.
John C. says, Maryland Public Television on PBS and TV Ontario in the late 1980s. Mark Kistler was Commander Mark.
Well, I lived in Maryland, so that makes perfect sense.
There you go. Ray Mitchell said the kids' show was The Secret City. Mark Kistler.
Yeah, he was drawing this like space city.
Creative Doof says some of the imagery of from Born of the Night reminded me of the Gothic style artwork that Nox Arcana has in their music videos.
He is their artist. Like he does all of their art.
That tracks.
So thou art correctish. Okay. That did not quite stand out enough. A highlight will fix that. This was fuzzy, which is probably good considering.
Silly Zombie 666 says Born of the Night just reminds me of Midnight Syndicate.
It is Nox Arcana, not Midnight Syndicate, but I see.
They live in the same genre.
Creative Doof says, as for the Bob Ross paintings, that's very sad that the family chooses to lock them up. Bob would want his work to be shared. That's why he allowed himself to be filmed as he worked. Well, I mean, like, the nice thing about Bob Ross is that the joy of painting is in syndication, like, in perpetuity. It's available online, and
Really, his paintings
Like-
have been shared.
yeah, the access that people have to his work is really unprecedented.
It's more about the process, the education, than the final product. So we get to enjoy that.
Silly Zombie 666 says there's a song they have called Born of the Night from Nox Arcana, I guess, that reminds them of Midnight Syndicate.
Well, they are kind of in the same realm.
Yeah. Creative Doof says Midnight Syndicate is a good theme setter as well. Haunted Swamp Adventure says, will you be selling the latex mushrooms again at Transworld? I bought some last year and they looked great.
You can order them, but we won't bring any to the show.
We definitely still have the molds
Yes.
and are happy to make them. That's looking good, Alan.
Thanks.
But I can see it on the screen more than I can see it in person, and it reads nice.
Oh, stay sitting down. If you squint.
Listen, it's going to be viewed in the dark at high speed.
Why do you think I plan my career around all of my art being viewed that exact way?
Never be noticed from a galloping horse. Make Scare Haunt Bree asks, do you have any predictions on what will be the big thing this Halloween season?
I do.
Yeah, what's this year's big thing, Alan?
I think they're going to double down on underwater.
Double down on underwater. Creative Doof says also, thanks for letting me know that the artist that worked on your book also worked with the Nox Arcana group.
I also think that you're going to see a large influx of plants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do tend to skirt that bleeding edge of trend.
It's okay to be a year or two early. It's not okay to be 10 years early. I learned that with Krumpuses.
Do you ever sign your work, Alan?
Never.
You sure don't.
Is there a reason why you don't?
It's not mine. Also, I get the least upset if someone like copies me. Like the whole concept is a little weird.
Yeah. Can I be done?
I like it.
What do I need? Bats? I need freaking bats.
It's freaking bats.
It's freaking bats, man.
Freaking bats.
Creative Dew says, oh, I've also been taking driving lessons. Maybe I can come down to see Transworld someday. Also, it's pouring out here. Don't drown. Turn around. Don't drown. Dead End Yarn Haunt says, I'm loving that Reaper. Can't see Alan's all that well.
I will turn mine to the camera in a few
Yeah.
moments when I have to call it done.
do it in a very dramatic way.
Da 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 da.
Edson Glutes says, with Beetlejuice 2 coming out, I feel like all the stores should be packed with black and white striped stuff. Heck yeah. Silly Zombie 666 says, Bat!
I love that show.
Where's Crips?
I don't understand.
Talking about your show, buddy.
What you do in the shadows?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that show.
I did see some of that.
Yeah.
I saw the first season,
Yeah.
and I started to watch the second season, and I got busy.
The struggle is real.
So, me and Shannon are working our way through the John Wick movies. Like, I'm 10 years late,
Sure.
I know,
Yeah.
but we just finished 3 last night.
Nice.
What'd you think?
Oh, they're fun. And
Keanu Reeves kills everybody.
Like, I love Sambo,
Yeah.
and so much of his fighting style is Sambo. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
John C says, do you ever sign your work, Alan? No. Then whose name do you sign?
I sign other people's work. I put my name on that. That's
I've licked it. It's mine.
how we do in haunts. I need you, black as night. I dirtied up all my blacks.
By the way, I was saying, oh yeah, because I'd never made that connection before, and I was just like, oh yeah, absolutely is.
It's straight Sambo.
Yeah.
What is the origin of Sambo fighting?
Russia.
Russia.
It's Russian wrestling, basically.
How is it visually distinctive?
There's it's a gi and shorts, but that's like your normal uniform look.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of arm drags and there's a lot of foot sweeps
Sweep the leg.
on the side of the foot. And there's one that's just a glorious Sambo takedown where he has no weight on his front foot. He's holding the guy's top and the guy's sugar foot, so he's got he's square foot, so he's got his feet on the same plane. And he pops this foot out, pops this foot out, pops this foot out, pops this foot out. And then the guy's like really wide and he just goes, doom. And that's, I mean, because that's what happens to you. It's about breaking down their base. And there's some beautiful throws too.
Make Scare Haunt Bree says, do the Boo Floofs ever come to Dark Hour now that y'all are there more?
They do not. We're trying to, well, they don't like to ride in the car. We're about an hour away. And if I bring my dog, everybody brings their dog, Alex brings chickens, Shannon wouldn't say no.
All of a sudden it's a petting zoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Brew brings his kid to work.
Yeah. Then there's children. Ooh. And no one wants that. It's me. I'm no one.
Creative Doof says, Beetlejuice 2 seems like it came out at such a weird time. I get that Tim Burton had the idea on the back burner for years, but yeah. Also, Lydia's dad will probably be recasted. The original actor got in trouble.
Didn't he get in trouble before the first one? Or again?
I was unaware.
Wasn't he also the main guy in Roger Rabbit? The main bad guy?
That's Christopher Lloyd.
Wasn't it?
Doc?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck, Roger Rabbit. That's close enough.
That's a very different movie.
They
Alan.
fall fairly close in the timeline, I think.
Okay, a little white anthropomorphic
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah. With a hot girlfriend.
How, yeah, exactly. How dare I?
Creative Doof says, even Alec is dealing with some court issues. Yep. Alec Baldwin.
Well,
Because he
shot
shot that
someone.
guy.
So, it was a lady, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The director? Cinematographer.
Cinematographer. Your job. It just gets my brain. Well, that doesn't suck as bad as I thought it did.
Yeah.
I want to see how bad you suck.
It's right here for everybody.
Warmonger says, hey, this isn't Bob Ross, or is it?
Oh, nice. That's pretty great.
I need to pop a highlight on this cross because it's blending in a little too much.
Do we discuss now or when it's on the set?
It is 8:18.
Next painting, 30 minutes.
Perfect.
I'm gonna let the light distress this one, meaning it's dark in there, so I'm gonna leave it as it is.
It is pretty dang dark in
Yeah, all right. Nice. Take 2 big steps forward. There you go, so you can see the detail in there. He looks nice. I like it. Quite spooky.
Next
You got
time
a
we do
map?
paintings, we should do one and give it away.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. I'm done. I have to paint. I have to do it. I have to do it
One down.
again.
One down.
Must do it again.
Creative Duke says Christopher Lloyd was in Roger Rabbit. He wasn't drawn bad. He was bad. Jessica Rabbit wasn't.
That
She's
was
not bad. She's just
Hollywood.
drawn that way.
Calling that done.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Hollywood if she could.
Robert,
That's right.
little one or big one?
Jessica Rabbit.
That's cool world.
Little one.
That's cool.
Okay. For the record, I got the bigger one last time too.
I can do the bigger one if you want me to.
JH says awesome. Ray Mitchell says if this were a Bob Ross painting, you'd put a big tree in front or a cabin in the painting.
I did a little chapel.
John C says Ed Edmonds is delivering to the new Monster Mini Golf in Katy, Texas.
All right, what am I painting?
When is that? Alexa, how far away is Katy, Texas?
4 hours.
67.5 miles away by car.
Yeah, sides of Texas strikes again. I have to drive 4 hours to see Ed, and well,
Edson Glute says Mama says hoo-hoo.
So,
got your
When are
ass.
they delivering?
I can tell you that because Bug's cousins were coming to visit and going to Katy. And I went, oh, we drive through Katy all the time, going back and forth from Colleen to here. They're right there. We can drive down there and go visit them. We started on our way, got all the way to Waxahachie. She called them up and it's like, okay, well, where are we going? You know, here we're almost to the Katy area. It's Katy District.
Aha.
That's just south of Waxahachie. It is not Katy, Texas. They were 4 hours away.
Hate it when that happens. Caroline Bowen says I agree. John C says south of you. Yeah, by a bit.
All right, are you doing your gargoyle now? If you're not, I am.
I'm not.
Okay, I don't need a picture of that.
I need something.
Mine won't look like that.
What do you do with your dark?
What's that? Oh, it's right here.
Don't spend so long picking what you're gonna do that you don't have time to do it.
Well, I'm trying to think what would be like the most gothiest thing I could do real
The
quick.
gothiest goth. Whoever
Do a vampire lady in a coffin.
Yeah.
Vampire lady in a coffin.
John C said he should visit you on his way back to Colorado. Don't they deliver the huge props and set up in person?
Sometimes they delivered our tree in person, but we were actually on their show when they did that.
Dead End Yard Haunt said in high school we played Katy in football.
You guys almost made me forget I was going to do one at sundown.
Yeah,
Okay,
those jerks.
got it. Okay, but I have to do a radial. Yeah, I gotta do a radial.
Changing my colors
You
to
can do it
red.
a box of Chinese food.
Or should I keep it blue?
What?
Matter? Or if I went red?
Well, go red.
Rachel Little says, hello y'all, it's been far too long since I managed to catch a live.
Hi, Rachel Little. It's been far too long since we've done a live. Been about 2 weeks. Because last week we had internet troubles and the shop was 12 degrees. Alexa, countdown, 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
I need a little brush. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
John C. says they were buying me in New Jersey at a mini golf on making monsters. Creative Dude says, I think my high school also plays against Katie. Last I checked, my old school was 5A, or went 5A. Edson Gloop says, sundown on my shoulders makes me happy.
That's not how that goes.
All right, guys, I have shared the first two paintings in the Still Be Live Creepers Facebook group. If you would like to see them a little better than what we just showed on the
And the
screen.
bidding starts.
I would think that vampires would have paintings when the sun rises.
Well, it's sundown. They're about to start partying. Like, it's wake up time, yo.
Yeah, but sunrise is there are things that they'll never see again.
So they spent a lot of time painting it from memory.
But then they're about to get to eat. Like, I think that's the win.
Can't it just be both? Like,
No. The light's different. The light is different.
like cooler in the mornings, warmer at night.
Robert,
Yeah,
might
it's
shift
much
you a
warmer
little
at night.
so we can see you.
Oh. Yep, very
There
complicated
you
what I'm doing.
You see some plywood and you want to paint it black?
I've just painted that wall in my office black, and that made me very happy.
You see people turn their heads and quickly look away.
Anyway,
Water is essential to getting a blended.
Working wet.
And now we go into the dry brush. And feather. Feathers.
Just beat the devil out of it.
this is just eating up the paint.
Is yours sucky? You're going all black? Oh, yeah, I guess you are. That makes sense.
Just in case you aren't already in the live, or in the Sophie's Live Creepers group, go ahead and share that link. Julie Tinsley says, how about spiders crawling on coffins with webs as she rests?
Spiderwebs are hard, and we have 20 minutes.
Creative Doof says, a gray background tends to make the colors pop out, right? I do that with a black background in Photoshop.
Yes, normally.
Dead End Yarn Hunt says, it was 1979 when I played against Katie.
Dry. It has to dry, or else it's going to bleed. And I want crisp.
Creative Doof says, 1979 you said. I invaded the world 2 years later. 1980 MKU says, happy little trees. Hi 1980.
Hello!
Oh, I love that red on there.
What's that?
On
Very
Robert's.
vampire-y.
Look how well it reads on the monitor.
I'm done.
Toast. This is a vampire mirror portrait.
Painting of blood. That's what it is.
He took a mirror selfie. I do like to call him Scumble. The Dead End Yarn Hawk says, I'm old.
And then Yarnhawk says what?
I'm old.
You're not old, you're seasoned.
Like leather.
Can you get that water for me?
1980 says painting vases with human heart flowers tonight.
What?
Painting vases with human heart flowers tonight.
No, this will be, well, this will be a big gargoyle pedestal.
Pedestal.
Yeah, it's a pedestal, you know, it's what,
You're placing the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
no, it's a pedestal.
Creative Dude says we're in the big kids club. I am definitely still sitting at the kids table. It's fun.
Without doubt.
Happily.
Mike's Haunted Woodworks says hello, Dark Hour peeps.
What's up, man?
Hi, Mike. Well, it was one of those epic moments of, boy, I shouldn't have touched that.
Oh no, what'd you do?
Go too far?
Yeah.
I fixed. 1980 says I thought the Stillbees logo was on the door until Alan stepped back. Yeah, we got all sorts of tech going on here. Mike's Haunted Woodwork says I need to get with y'all to have a meeting. I'll message Shannon.
Okay.
Good plan. The keeper of the schedule.
Definitely a little moment of, I already had that thing done that I now have to redo.
That means you can do it better.
Didn't think.
Look at it as an opportunity.
Boy, with that silhouette, Alan, all I can think of is Pazuzu.
I don't think that would be out of character.
No. Like, especially in front of the sunset like that. That's nice. $8:30.
Robert, if you sign your work, it's not like I'm on.
1980 said, wow, going full nude model over there.
For what?
She said, full nude model over there. I said, you guys can't even see me. I'm not actually modeling, I'm just naked because.
Are you nude?
Under my clothes.
I gotta dry this.
Creative Duke says, have you guys dabbled with fluorescent paints and black lights yet?
Dabbled is not a strong enough word. Yes.
Want to see my office?
Yeah, we do a lot of that.
Mike's Haunted Woodwork says the sound is way better tonight.
We're closer to the mic, and it's not behind me. Turns out that helps.
Melissa Lair says, hey friends.
Hey, Melissa.
Hey Melissa.
Hello.
Does he own more than one heat gun? Like, that's a thing you could do.
Take this.
Hey, Graphy UK says, hey guys, Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Melissa Lair says, cool painting. Is they going into a scene?
Yes, I'm walking through, Alexa, stop. Walking through, I thought Alexa, stop. I thought our vampire witch did not have very vampire-y paintings, so we're fixing that.
Dead End Yard Haunt says you could paint a shrimp for 1980.
Ban them.
I will not.
Now I have to work in positives, which is I find very difficult.
Cobweb says back. Had to drive home from the night job. Uncle Sam doesn't send me a monthly check.
What the heck?
Not old enough yet, Cobwebs. Chris Thomas says nice to see the genius at work. Love watching Alan create. Watching him makes me just want to create things.
Go make stuff. Start now. Let me rest. You come make this stuff.
Right now.
Mike's Haunted Woodwork says who's the other painter?
That's Rob or
It's a Robert Alcala.
okay. This brush. I'm just able to scrub in some of my deets. The kids say that now, right?
Yeah, the deets.
Great.
Give us the deets.
Okay.
I don't know if the kids say it, but I say it. Silly Zombie says, I know what Carl Cleaver's favorite cereal is. Honey Bunches of Stan.
What? I'm not saying you're wrong.
I think it's tricks.
Because tricks are for kids.
Thanks, Stacy.
I got you, buddy. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Well, put it back. Got it all dirty.
Shant. Silly Zombie 666 says, Stan. Yeah, that is a thing I miss about Carl's is the picking up the chant of stab, stab, chop, chop.
Oh, my gargoyle is listing to the left. What shall I do about it? Nothing.
He's slightly off kilter.
Well, I could balance his Weibo.
Balance is what now?
His Weibo.
His Rebo.
Yeah. Loose Weibo. A little better.
Robert, it looks like half of your easel has taken a slant.
Oh, yeah. When Chris said he fixed these up for us, what he meant to say was barely secured. Like those were the words he forgot to say.
Right. Mike's Haunted Woodwork says, where did you get the framed canvases?
Out of our own haunted house. These were in the vampire area. They did not look vampire-y enough, so we took them out. Chris put in new pieces of wood, and now we are painting more vampire-y things upon them.
They are not in fact canvas, just chunks of plywood.
Right. They're canvas-esque. None of my brushes are clean enough to mix that pile of paint.
1980 says Rob's painting is inspired by the painting The Forbidden Ripcord by the artist. Oh, nope, not even reading that one.
This one or the other one?
Yours.
This one right now?
Current.
Cobweb says weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Rachel Little says the red painting is giving me Dante's Inferno.
Oh, we're fine with that.
Yeah, I like that.
I've changed my mind of what I'm painting on this 3 times.
But you haven't slowed down.
But I haven't
That's
slowed
the
down.
important part.
Right. I just started finding other things more interesting.
That also might be why you're not done yet.
Does that mean you're almost done?
Look, man, I want to be done on time, dude.
Robert, you still got like 20 minutes.
I'm just going loose, 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 and if I have to call it done before I'm done, I'm okay with that. But if I have a chance to cultivate, then I'll just refine, refine, refine.
Yeah. JH says we call those happy accidents. He says Rob's going with a bloody winged hellspawn. Something like that.
Well, I'm doing a bloody You got me. Mom.
How dare j'accuse. Working with acrylic tonight. Mostly wet on wet. As much as you can with acrylic.
Yeah, I'm pretty dry.
I paint a lot with acrylic, but I use a flow medium with it.
I don't paint a lot,
Yeah.
so
So I tend to work with it wet on wet like it's oil.
Stulio. Yeah.
Melissa Lair says perfect is the enemy of good enough.
Yes, you're. I do not strive. Finished is better than perfect.
Yes.
I'll get her done. Oh, now I can't get to my paint. It'll be a fun game. I'll just reach around and guess the color I'm gonna get.
Things are fine.
Put that brush in my mouth and it's very dusty.
What's that, Rue?
What?
I actually didn't hear you.
It's for the best.
I said reach around and guess. I heard that about God.
Yeah, well. You also heard them fun at parties.
Dead End Yarn Hunt says someone needs to paint a sheet ghost. Cobweb says no, they don't. 1980 says when you fail to succeed, you succeed at failure. Just keep failing up.
That's my official verdict.
Seems legit. Creative Duke says I actually do have a DIY instruction sheet of a glow in the dark sheet ghost. I need to go find that piece of paper. Melissa Lair says, speaking of sheet ghosts, someone did an entire display of sheet ghosts at their house last year, and I wondered if anyone knew who it was.
That sounds pretty awesome. I do not.
1980 says, paid $300 for a book on scams, still waiting for it 6 months later. Boom.
I think you learned a valuable lesson that day.
Yeah. Creative Doof says Hobby Lobby was cool like that. For their, I guess, instructional sheet of glow-in-the-dark sheet ghost. Melissa Lair says it was stylized and really cool. Saw it on Instagram during peak season. Oh, Cobwebs knows it was Steve's Haunted Yard.
Oh. He was just here doing Monster
He
Camp.
was just here doing Monster Camp. What did he sculpt?
Hold on.
Krampus.
That's
did a
right,
Krampus, yeah. I'm probably the worst one at remembering.
They were all out of masks.
I can't even tell you what I sculpted.
Which is so funny, because your memory is so good.
It's different memory.
Yeah. I'm accessing, boy, that was tough. Different chips, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Cobwebs. Cobwebs is on this game tonight.
Alan's memory annoys me on a regular basis.
Your materials recall.
If it helps,
Is
your
great.
memory annoys me on a regular basis for different reasons.
Cobweb says you sculpted a Yeti.
What did I sculpt, Cobwebs?
Was it the Beastman Yeti?
Yeah.
I didn't think I would get away with another beast man, so
Well, he's the wild man of Borneo.
right. Completely different.
Completely different.
And yeah, so much the same.
Creative Doof says, how long does a season of Monster Camp last?
Well, okay, so Monster Camp is it's a weekend course. You come Friday, you sculpt Saturday. Well, no, you sculpt Friday, you mold Saturday, and Sunday you leave with a finished mask. All of those days being like 12-hour days where you work your butt off.
Cobweb says, stupid stuff sticks in my head. I don't know what day it is. I can barely tie my shoe. But Rue did a moving mouth werewolf.
There you go. A good one
1980s
too. I can't wait to see that guy
in the works.
operational.
Yeah. 1980 says Velvet Elvis, the revival exhibit at Dark Hour 2024.
I would like to paint on velvet.
Listen,
It would be cool.
we should absolutely have a Velvet Werewolf Elvis painting.
No, we should not. And listen, I'm still mad at you for mentioning
Velvet Elvis.
for mentioning Elvis on career day. We said we'd never speak about Werewolf Elvis.
Listen, I don't know that we said that.
And
might
you
have
brought
said
it up
the
on
royal
career
we.
day. You brought it up.
I regret nothing.
Can
You are the one I blame.
Can you catch me up? What happened?
I was young, I needed the money. All right? Let's start that story there. We, meaning Stacy,
Mm-hmm.
I did the mask, I guess.
Yeah.
I did some work on it.
Did you do the hair?
I did the hair. It was on
We
the hair.
finally had a good use for that Chewbacca bouffant.
Yeah. So we got a commission for Werewolf Elvis costume, and we did it.
And now
And
it's
we
still
don't feel
mad.
good about it. Like, we're not proud,
I feel
but,
good.
but
Listen,
it happened.
It looked
not.
great.
You are.
Like, in terms of Elvis jumpsuits, it looked great.
It happened. We're not proud of it, but
JH
Elvis
says,
impersonator out there that has a werewolf
yeah.
version.
JH says, I want to do that. I've never sculpted before, though.
come on, come do it.
Listen, so many people who take this class,
If you want to do it at home, you could get Haunter class.
That's true.
It's very similar,
and you
Oh,
can
yeah,
build your own
Haunter
face.
class.
but that's all on online learning.
I'll share the link.
That way you don't have to come all the way out here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm always sad when my paint has the perfect, my brush has the perfect amount of paint on it, because I know that that's not gonna last.
Alan, I want you to look at this thing.
All right. Twist my arm.
I almost tried to zoom in on the book. I might be tired.
There's the link for Haunter class.
Whoa. Camera line.
Cobweb says, hey now, $5 is $5.
Yes.
John C says, Werewolf Elvis looks nothing like a hound dog. Ross Richards says, Velvet Werewolf Elvis. Hey, pretty mama. Ah, woo. Dead End Yard Hunt says, Keith gonna paint the Queen Alien from Alien. Thank you, Cobwebs. He sent us $5. $5, no holla.
Go past the cash on and fill in the blank.
Nuts.
Just fill in the blank.
Creative Dude says, maybe I can do an online session. Gotta get some stuff first. I do have the clay to make an exterior mold. I don't know an interior mold where you pour in the latex. I don't know about an interior mold. Well, that's why Haunter class exists. I can tell you all about it. The link is right there in the chat. JH says, my goal this year is to learn some sculpting and attempt to mask. This past season was building an animatronic.
That's awesome. I think one day I'll own an animatronics company, but not yet.
And there is the Soapy Studios education link. So you guys can, if you want to come see us in person, that's where you do it. Cobweb says Snowman is next on his list.
Cool. We start making full snowman costumes, we'll start referring people to you.
Legit.
Yep.
Can confirm. Though I am pretty happy with the snowman mask. The latex one we did.
Yeah, that thing turned out pretty
Did we do one?
I sculpted it.
Oh, great.
Creative Dude says, and bookmarked, thanks to the link. Yeah, the education class links there is anything you can come do here in person, and Haunter class is our fully remote series. You can go at your own pace from the comfort of your own home. 1980 says, just got my synthetics dye for my latest project.
Cool.
JH says, thanks, checking that out. Also, Cobwebs tipped us $5 for you having to talk about Werewolf Elvis.
Man,
You said $5 is $5.
when you live a public life like I do, meaning I'm live all the time, YouTube Wednesdays, in people's living room, every shame shows up eventually.
Javier Alfaro says, odd question, but what are y'all's requirements for someone to be a costume designer at Dark Hour?
Had to be good at designing costumes. Now, so let me say some things here. I enjoy designing costumes, so it takes a bit before. Normally, you are executing designs first before you get to design. If I just like hand you a project and walk away, that's not like year one. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Let's see,
good. Like year 4.
I've worked for you for 7 years, and 2 years ago, Transworld was the first time we brought a design by me.
Yeah.
Melissa.
Wait, when were the pastel apocalypse?
Oh, that's
Like 2 years before that.
2 years before that, I think.
And I still let you.
You did, because they didn't sell a single one.
No, those didn't sell good at all.
But I will say that it was very gratifying to have Teddy, who didn't know me from Adam, come up and say that those were his favorite thing that you brought that year. even though they didn't sell. I was like, I made those, thanks. Melissa Lair says, how much to make another werewolf Elvis? I'm intrigued now.
No. No. Dignity is worth more than money.
Melissa, the pictures are definitely in the Creepers. You can check it out.
Please don't.
JH says, still want to come out to a class eventually. You guys seem like a fun group. Melissa Lair just tipped us $2. Says, how about $2? Thank you, Melissa.
So while you may know the going price of my dignity, Elvis is more.
Dead End Yarn says, I'll give you tree fitty, Keith. Cobweb says, tree fitty. It's going to require a Loch Ness Monster tax, though.
On Latex Mask Central 2, whenever someone asks to see clown masks, I always put up a picture of a werewolf and say, well, he's a clown before, but this is a full moon picture.
Cobweb says, $2 Ohala.
Nope, no one should say.
Oh, Robert, that's looking cool.
I'm glad that he is picking up my slack because mine is not looking cool.
Yours looks cool. I could
I was
see
saying,
it
from
like.
here it looks cool.
Well, I'm gonna look at it from over there because that's hurting.
Javier Alfaro says, thank you for answering. I've been looking at Dark Hour. Hopefully it's a place of interest for work because every year y'all amaze me with the costumes. Y'all.
We do, costuming is one of my, like, passions, I guess. Like, that's something that I really enjoy, and I think that haunted houses should do a little better in that regard. I hate to say that, but it's often one of the last things we think about. Okay, his wing towards the light should definitely have more yeller highlight.
Melissa Lair says, shake. Love it. 5 minutes.
Melissa, will we see you at Trans World?
8:55. 5.
5 minutes? Thank you, 5 minutes.
So, Creative Juice says, how do you guys do the super stickers? I don't give YouTube money, so I don't want to get in trouble. I believe you do the super chat through the little box with a $sign in it under your chat line, but it does involve giving money through YouTube. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys.
Melissa Lair says, I'll be there. I promise to respond if you yell at me on the floor this year.
Well, you're very popular. I try to say hello.
And we will definitely be having the Creepers meetup again Friday at 7 on the 21st floor,
It's way up there, yo.
way up there at the Marriott Grand.
Zombie.
It is
Zombie.
Yeah, Robert, that's pretty dope. I like it.
Going for the I was gonna do that, and I was like, not enough time.
Yeah,
Gonna do that.
solid vibes. "1980 says traveling circus pulls into Transylvania late on a full moon. The animals are spooked. The elephants break their chains, knocking over the clown car. Chaos ensues. Sudden screams, then silence." Melissa Lair is looking forward to it. Last year's meetup pick went on my Christmas card.
Hooray.
Oh yeah, that's pretty great.
Creative Duke says, okay, so I can send a sticker and YouTube pays Still Be Studios money? Sorry, I'm just trying to understand.
Yes, YouTube keeps 30% of stickers. We get 70%. So if you want us to have, let's just say $10 for simple math, If you want us to have $7, give us $10. How's that sound?
I was like,
Listen.
I almost had to go put on my glasses there, Alan.
I was promised.
Mine are up here. So I'm in the math neighborhood, but it's not dialed in.
1980 says the clowns, the birds shaken. They are surrounded by death. It looks like he's coming out of a teacup, and I love that. It's a tea demon.
For the worst time.
1980 says, then the silhouette of a large beast. Cobweb says, ugh, maths. Yeah, 0 stars.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:59 p.m.
1 minute. And I made him come out of a teacup. Oh.
It could be a ramen bowl.
You're a cauldron monster.
I was trying to make a cauldron, but that was the last thing that I focused on.
1980 says, this is the origin of the were-clown wolves.
I'll buy it.
That tracks.
We're gonna go maybe 10 more minutes.
That's fine.
Not because I need more time. I'm just doing this for Robert.
Yeah,
Thank you.
kind of you. Creative Doof says, okay, thanks. Creative Doof says, or were-clowns.
I could have done this an hour ago. Can you see it any better?
Yeah, a little bit. Jude Ritchie says, I can hear ALEXA saying, Alan, stop painting.
She about to.
Crunch. I enjoy this speed painting deal. We should definitely do this for Patreon too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is fun.
I want to eat.
I was gonna say we could do this as a
Great.
series.
I'll take next week off. Y'all go on ahead.
Reese's Lovely Thoughts says zombie tea, delish.
This is a very dark painting.
It is.
I can't believe I didn't even kill the thing.
Throw you some highlight in there.
Oh, how do I even make that not a teacup?
I don't know that you need to make it out of teacup. I think it's hilarious.
Giving it a tiny bit of
Your
flair.
that should have been your highlight.
Out?
Out. Cauldrons always have that curve
Oh, I guess I'll do that.
that way.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
In my opinion, that's what should have been done.
If anybody knows witches,
That immediately, like if you look on the monitor, just immediately
cauldron.
When cold.
went way more cauldron-y. Still got 8 minutes.
Maybe a couple more highlights.
Cobweb says Hobby Lobby has a clearance section in the back of the store, and a lot of times they have discounted frames. Judy Richard says, good night, everyone. Have a great work.
Good
Have a great
night.
week. 1980 says, Alan kind of reminds me of a
Final countdown.
We are closing in.
Alright. So everyone gets all quiet.
Well, I'm doing detail. Whenever I do detail, I get really quiet.
Then when you're like, stop breathing.
Creative Deuce has actually found out there are some gargoyles in a building location in downtown called the Tower of Life. Been on ground level, it used to have a Sears inside. Now it might have lofts in there too.
Nice.
Edson Glute says, Roberts looks like a hand coming out of a cauldron. And before you all go, good night, everyone. Good night, Edson.
Good night. When you get closer on Roberts, it's pretty awesome.
It's quite awesome.
It may be a hair dark for where we're putting it.
Oh, way too dark.
You're like, maybe. Hold my beer.
1980.
Let me darken this sucker up.
That sounds like a Jake problem.
Pin spot, pin spot.
And these are meant to be, not necessarily be seen. That's just how it is. Now I have to highlight these little boogers that I put in here.
Creative Deuce says, Robert's arm is coming out from another dimension. Be nice to it. It will teleport to your house and paint mustaches all over your family portraits.
Gonna get you.
Yeah, mustache.
It does kind of look like an arm coming out of the cauldron on camera right now.
Yep, did that on purpose.
Yeah, for
Totally.
sure.
Yeah.
Make scare haunt Bree says, just add blacklight.
It is not an arm coming out of a cauldron. It is definitely a demon.
Spooky demon.
But it does look like an arm coming out of a cauldron.
We'll
right
get a
now.
good picture of it when it's finished tonight and put it up on the paper so you guys can see it a little better.
My zombie mask looks like a zombie.
You should pick him up and bring him over.
Oh yeah.
Because that won't end in tragedy.
Nice.
He's on a perfectly good stand. Just pick the whole stand up.
Alright. Sounds a major blow up. Mm-hmm. I've been watching a lot of Fear the Walking Dead lately.
Down. There you go. This is Rue's new Zambi sculpt.
Get really close to the camera so they can see all the flappy bits.
Such texture. Much flatter.
Hashtag laugh.
Rue likes to put lots of texture into his sculpts. Texture.
Edson Glute says, I feel Alan's painting needs daisies in a vase.
Well, you got impaled bodies, so
Dead End Yarn Hut says, I thought it was an arm. Edson Glute says, nice, Rue. Him looked good. Melissa Lair says, nice. Make Scare Haunt Bree says, very cool, Rue. Creative Deuce says, it looks like someone in my neighborhood.
Is that name
You should
cut
move.
off? Like, is there more to that name or just
It's
Brie?
Brie like cheese. Reese's Lovely Thoughts says, that's cool. It sounded like it hurt.
It's Tasmanian diving into a cauldron.
Right? Because he could be getting sucked into, but it does seem like he's coming out of it. Though forever in my heart he will be a teacup demon.
them teacups though.
Shoot and stop! Make Scare Haunt Bree says it's short for Brianna. Or Brianna. Go either way. Probably Bree.
If you left it at teacup, Shannon might have demanded it for her off.
That's true. Like, sorry, this can't go into the show. It has to go on the T-bar.
The T-bar? Should I put the little string for the T?
The little packet thing. What kind of tea you drinking? It's real spicy. So hot. Hot. Make scare haunt Bree says, I love dangly bits.
Dang.
Flappy bits. Flappy bits.
Flappy bits.
Halloween Queen says, good evening.
Hello, Halloween Queen. Wait, Halloween Queen. I know that name. I maybe commented on YouTube. I don't know.
Shannon Hop says, T-bar art.
She's watching.
Mom's watching. She spoils us here. She's got a full, lovely bar for tea, so we can go in and have tea.
Especially in this chilly days.
Yeah. It's freaking bats.
Crows.
Crows.
Bats' wings do different. But if, you know, I'm not gonna change your narrative. It's whatever you want it to be.
Sure. It's a flying thing. Cobweb says, this is my handle. This is my spot.
Canvas needed a little more.
Yeah. Creative.
Whenever you have bodies on pikes, I think you need some crow action.
Shannon says, ... I'm always watching.
I know.
Creative Dude says, T-bar, let's go. Edson Glute says, tea and crumpets. I don't know that we've had crumpets. We have had biscotti.
We've had strumpets.
Sam's.
I'm done. Wait, I'm not done.
Just kidding.
Sometimes
There's
I lie.
more.
I lie, man.
Dead End Yard Hunt says, are y'all installing a margarita bar at Dark Hour? Listen, if Jake hasn't got one in by now, we're probably
Not this
gonna
year.
Get one. Make scare haunt Bree says, the wife is always watching, even when she's not. That's spooky highlight though.
That is a really nice highlight.
Thanks.
Lexi says, strumpets, crumpets, same diff.
Is that our Lexi?
You gonna say?
That
Really?
made that hit 10 times harder.
Yeah, the highlight normally does.
Give him some under highlights.
That's why I saved white for last.
Cobweb says,
Like, wow, bang.
you're cracking up, flicking bats. Creative Dude says, I don't know, a margarita bar or a haunted house might bring trouble. Lexi says, yes, it's y'all's Lexi. Hi, Lexi.
Hi, Lexi.
This is our assistant casting director.
We like that Lexi.
We do like that, Lexi. John C says, tea and Krampus. Yes.
That line was hot.
And there's our new Christmas event. To tea and Krampus.
The brush should be wide.
Just talk
see
about the weather. These kids these days.
Kids these days.
I need a bigger bag. The rest of it's done?
Mm-hmm.
Lied to you.
Liar.
Lexi said, I'd go to a Krampus tea. Yeah.
Now I'm done.
That means I'm done. I'm gonna stop fiddling.
All right.
It's not good.
It's all good. Yes.
Nice.
You had no idea what I was working on,
No. I heard the pikes and the crows.
Very nice. I love him.
Mine is really dark.
Listen, that's really cool though. And I think we should scan that in and sell prints of it.
That's good. That is good.
Trying to go super gothy
when
evil.
you went all black with your background, I
Uh-huh.
was a little concerned. I might have done the whole painting in white,
Mm-hmm.
then done your colors over it just so they have a
Right.
chance to pop.
I didn't know what I was doing
I
yet.
like it subtlety.
Yeah.
I was going for evil.
No.
Evil.
See mine from fur away.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I think that's cool as heck. Lexi says these are so cool. Creative Duke says, I bet that Krampus likes his tea laced with some ingredients from a sacrifice. He seems like that kind of individual. 1980 says, Rob's working title, Butero de Diablo.
Really, it's the background, the twilight sky
Yeah.
that makes my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gargoyle's okay, but it's the background that does it.
I like the color that you brought in to the gargoyle from the sunset.
Yeah, he was getting those hidliches.
He looks good.
Okay, we're done.
All right.
I was here too today.
Yeah, Rue was here the whole time. So you guys know, like, painting isn't something that I do. Like, I don't do this a lot. I've done some murals here and there, but you never know what you can do until you try. So don't let not knowing how to do something or how to do it well hold you back from trying or starting. And if the first one you do sucks, that means you're doing it right. Because everybody's first one sucks compared to them just keep going. So what I'm trying to say is go make stuff.
Go make stuff.
Make stuff!
Good night, you guys.
Next week.
Next week. All right, here we go. And